Let me show you what I've actually been talking about for the past couple of weeks. Real life, real supplies. Hey everybody, it's Whitney with Girl Friday Crafts. Welcome to my organizing tip of the week. I don't normally do these live, but the past few weeks we've been walking through my craft space organizing acronym, which is actually the word craft, talking about categorizing, reducing, assigning a home, functional containers, and I've changed the T a couple of times, and now I don't remember what I changed it to the last time. I think we kind of referred to it as tweaking, but it's that final step of trying something, making minor adjustments, and then creating a maintenance routine. And so today I have some Chalk Couture transfers that I actually need to go through and put away. And I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to do a little live organizing session to show you what this looks like in real life. So we are going to switch. Sorry about that. Dropped my audio. As if I've never done this before. We're going to switch a few things around here so that you all can see my full desk setup here. And I've got a pile of transfers here that I need to put away. Y'all can see a little bit of my iPad because I have it here so I can see comments. But these are what I use to store my transfers. Now, this has been a multi-stage process. I have stored my transfers in a variety of different ways, including storage bins. I've never hung them because I don't have space for that, even though they do have, I'll show you what that looks like. They do have that hanger option for you. But these 12 by 12 binders seem to be what is working best for me. Now I do need to start a second one and separate some categories out, which we'll talk about in a minute. But let me show you what this looks like. So we have talked in previous videos about how I organize my supplies, and I organize by alphabet, color, season, and theme. So this is my seasons binder, and I have a couple of things up front, but I have spring, fall, winter, and summer way back here with the little tabs. The tabs do not come with the binder. The divider sheets do. I bought these tabs to stick on there. Now, I have done something a little different. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but these are all my minis, and I have these in the front. These are all my seasonal minis, and I have these in the front. Toying around with that, not sure that I love it, but it works for now. So the first thing I actually have to do is I need to pull spring and summer out because this binder is getting too big, and I need to put these in a different binder, which I should have really done before I started the video because this is a bit of a messy process. Not messy, but not easy. Let's just say that. So we're going to do this real quick. Oh, these are, no, they're the same. And I'm just going to pull these over and drop them in. If I can get a couple together and to stay together, lined up, then this will go a little faster. What we might do is just put spring in here for now, and then I will move them later. See, this is the problem because it's hard to get the pages lined up right. There we go. That's a little bit easier. And get them in here. Now within the season sections themselves, I just do the transfers alphabetically. You could separate them even further into what holiday, into what kind of transfer it was. Is it a floral transfer? Does it have fruit on it? Does it have animals on it? That sort of thing. But I just tend to do them alphabetically. 95% of the time I remember what I'm looking for. And so that kind of works out well. And then I have my heat transfers here. And there's that. And then I just move the pages around, or I move the transfers around depending on what I need to do. So I got spring in here. We'll put summer in here. And I need to decide what I'm going to do about the minis, but we'll do that in a minute. So this is the stack of transfers that I need to put away. Not all of these are going to get put away right this second because some of these go in my themes binder. So I have a binder for themes. So this is, for me, this is animals. So that goes in that. Anything that's just a phrase, unless the phrase is very specific to a season, goes in that. Don't Be a Lady, Be a Legend, Not Bossy. A lot of these might actually go in my themes binder. That might have been the better one to pick. And now I'm going to have all of these need to go in my themes binder. Go figure. Oh, goodness. I did not plan this out very well, you guys. But let's walk through real quick what this looks like. So this is spring. I have my peanuts up front. If it's a licensed collection for that season, I have that up front. I do actually have some other ones over here that need to be put away that I think would go in seasons. So we can do that. That's a small one, but this is bees. I actually put that in spring. Some people might put that in summer. Totally your choice. This is one I would put in spring. It's got a little sunshine and rainbow, or summer. This is another one. This one actually goes down in here. For me, because it's a floral pattern, I'm going to put it in spring. That obviously is winter. That's a Harry Potter one. Mushrooms, you know, I think of fall colors when I think of mushrooms, but they pop up in our yard in spring, so that's where that would go. I also have smaller versions of these binders for my A-size transfers, and I divide them similarly. Graduation, so that would go in spring. Mother's Day would go in spring. This is actually called spring postage, so obviously spring. So there's a couple of these that can go in here, and they came out of here, so I should have a pretty good place to put them. I have several B transfers. So we'll find the ones with the B on it and put these back in here, like so. I kind of try to stagger them a little bit so that when I'm looking, I can see them. And I usually 6 transfers at the most, 3 on facing each direction. In one particular sleeve is kind of how I approach it. So that is focused on the good. And let's see, this one is Congrats Class Of, and this is Cowgirl Boot right here. So we'll put this one here, because again, I kind of go alphabetically. This one is called Spring Postage Stamp. So we'll kind of flip through. Now, as I've been putting these away, because this is relatively new for me, so not all of my transfers are in here, I have been going through and destashing. That is the second step in my process, which is to reduce. It's a hard process, but I've been looking at what do I have multiples of, and especially at this point, if I have not used those multiples. If I have 2 or 3 of one transfer and I've only used one, I think it is safe to say that I can at least get rid of 1 extra. I do have transfers that I bought maybe for a class, and I had leftovers, things like that. So I am working on that process. This is just a peek. This is journal entry. So I'm going to put this one over here. This one is good things start here. So we'll back up a little bit. Fresh strawberries, grass is greener, so we'll put this one right here. And mushrooms, go figure. Go figure. That's Market Blooms. That's pollen pattern. So we will drop mushrooms. We will drop mushrooms. We're not dropping mushrooms, not really. We are putting the mushrooms transfer right there. And then that is a Christmas one. So don't ask me why I have that one out. I had it out recently to talk about how you could use some of these like smaller elements in junk journaling or card making or paper crafting. So I just pulled this one out because it has some of those small designs in there. Now, if I have transfers that are holiday specific, they go in the appropriate season. So I don't separate those out. And see, there's all my winter minis at the beginning of the winter transfers. This one is called Jolly Ornaments. So this just goes in my winter section because I know that when I'm looking for Christmas, that's where I'm going to look for. That's where I'm going to look for my papers. That's where I'm going to look for any embellishments that I have. If they're Christmas, it's going to be in the winter section of whatever it is I've got. So that's it. I have more that I need to put away, but I essentially just wanted to show you all what this process looks like in real life. And I will take these summer transfers out, move them over into that other binder. So now I will have one that is spring, summer, one that is fall, winter. Do you want to show you all one thing? And I'll do the same thing with the smaller version of this, of the binders that I have for my A-size transfers. I will link to these in the video description. And I did take a Sharpie and write on the outside of it to label it. So what I'll do for this one is I'll just add fall, winter, and then on the other one, I'll do the same thing and just do spring, summer. The tricky part is going to be I have to reach a limit, I think, for myself of how many of these I'm going to have. And if I exceed that, then it's time. And so it's time to destash. In my themes binder, I also have separate sections, like I mentioned, for all of the licensed releases. So I have all my Friends transfers together, all the Harry Potter together. These are some of the new Chalk After Dark that just came out. So I have those together because that's where I'm going to go look for it. If it's a Friends transfer, it doesn't matter to me whether it is spring or summer, fall or winter. I'm going to go, it's Friends. So that's what I'm going to look for. And so I'm keeping all of those together. Now I do have some Peanuts, specifically Peanuts Spring. I am putting those in the seasons, but all the peanuts are staying together because I know it's Peanut Spring. Now if we get, we have Peanut Spring. We don't have any of the other releases yet that are seasonal, so we'll kind of see how that goes. But right now, all the Harry Potter, all the Friends are just sort of general franchise designs, for lack of a better word. So those are all going in my themes binder, but all staying together and not necessarily going in alphabetical order with all the other transfers. So anyway, I just wanted to share with you all how I do this. Please let me know if you have any questions. I will be back next week with another organizing video. Here soon, and maybe next week, we're going to be launching a little bit into organizing our digital files. So that'll be a lot of on-screen, me kind of showing you what I do there. So if let me know what you think about this system. Let me know if you have any questions. If you do something different, I would love to hear about it. And I will see you all again next Wednesday. Bye, everybody.